Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about tips that you can actually remember during an anxiety or panic attack. What do I mean by that? Why do I say tips that you can actually remember? Because a lot of times when we're experiencing anxiety or having a panic attack, we completely forget what's happening around us, what's happening in your thoughts. Our body is just completely overtaken by the anxiety and we can't remember all those techniques that we've been practicing for the last few weeks or even months. Okay, so the first tip sounds like a quite obvious one, but actually a lot of people don't think about that one. So what you have to do is you have to see the attack coming and stop it from happening and stop it from overtaking your whole body. What do I mean by that? Okay, so when we're experiencing anxiety or having a panic attack, a lot of times the symptoms are quite the same. They're just different in intensity sometimes. So what you do the next time you're having an anxiety attack or panic attack, you write down exactly what you're feeling, mentally and also physically. So that the next time an attack is creeping up on you, you can see it coming and stop it from happening. So when you see an attack creeping up on you, or when you feel it creeping up on you, what you do is you completely focus on what's around you. Let's say you're on a train. You start focusing on the strangers and start counting, for example, the amount of people that wear red shirts or the amount of people that wear blue jeans, or you can even count the lines on your hand. And whilst you're counting, you're making use of your breathing exercises, your breathing techniques. So what you do is you breathe in through the nose and you hold the breath for a few seconds and you breathe out again. And you do that a few times. And whilst you're breathing in and out, you're counting at the same time. Doing those two things at the same time helps to distract your mind from the thoughts that you're thinking and which are causing the anxiety or panic attack. So this technique can help you decrease the symptoms of anxiety or even stop the attack from happening completely. Moving on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is also more of a technique that prevents the attack from actually happening. So every morning that you wake up, the first thing that you do is you remind yourself of your breathing exercises. And you breathe in, hold your breath for a few seconds and breathe out again. Do this every morning, make it a habit for every single day of your life. Okay, so after you done your breathing exercises, what you can do is you write a little symbol on the inside of your hand. Very little, it's just for you to see. Or you wear a little special bracelet that reminds you of the breathing exercises throughout the day. So the next time you're feeling anxious or you're feeling an attack creeping up on you, you have this little symbol on the inside of your hand or the little bracelet, which you straight away associate with the breathing exercises. When the anxiety overtakes your body, you can't really see anything properly, but having it attached directly to your body makes it almost impossible for you to not notice, and it will straight away remind you of the techniques that you've learned. Another very, very important tip for you is to make yourself every day aware of the fact that anxiety and the feeling of panic are not a threat to your life. I know sometimes it can feel like as if you're fainting. You feel sweaty, hot, your heart is pounding, and you feel like you're about to faint and just black out. It's like a vicious cycle. Feeling those physical symptoms makes you even more anxious because you think, oh God, what's happening? I'm gonna faint out, I'm gonna pass out in public, oh no, no, no. Or even when you're by yourself, it's probably even worse because then there's no one there. But just make yourself aware that those symptoms that you feel are only the result of the anxiety attack. Okay, let's move on to tip number 4. Ask yourself, why am I scared right now? Why am I feeling anxious? Why is this panic attack happening right now? Because when we're feeling anxious, when we're having the panic attack, we don't really think properly. It's just happening, and it might be as a result of a thought that we had earlier in the day, or I don't know, something that we just thought about a second ago, but in that moment we can't really think about it anymore, or maybe we even know what we're scared about, but the thought has become so irrational and we don't even realize that anymore. So what you have to do is, when you're feeling anxious, you ask yourself exactly, okay, why am I scared right now? And what you do then is you take a little notebook, you have to always keep it on you, and write down what you're feeling exactly. Another tip is that you can then decide, you write your feelings down and you say to yourself, okay, now I've written it down, already a relief in itself, just writing it down. What you do then, dedicate a time of the day for your worry thoughts. This sounds silly, but trust me, it really, really works. So once you've written down your thoughts, you say to yourself, okay, tonight at 6 p.m. I'm going to dedicate this time to worry about something. And you think, oh, but isn't that actually negative? Because then I'm allowing myself to be anxious and I'm allowing myself to have panic attacks. It sounds like that, but just think about it. Having a time allocated in a day for the worry is better than having anxiety and panic attacks just throughout the day. Once you've dedicated a time in the day for your worries, a lot of times when it's time to worry, then you read the things and you look at it from a different perspective, kind of, because you've distanced yourself from those thoughts after you've written them down, and you think, you look through the list, and sometimes you don't even have to worry about those things anymore. If you still worry about something, you sit down and ask yourself, okay, is there anything I can do about this right now? Is there anything I can do to solve this right now? If I can't, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? This technique will help you train your mind to kind of gain control back over your mind, because you're saying to yourself, no, I'm going to write the thoughts down. I'm not going to let it happen right now. I'm going to delay it. This also helps you train your mind to let go of thoughts and to not let them overtake your body. It will allow you to step away from your thoughts for some time and to look at them from a different perspective. Having control over your thoughts and letting go of certain thoughts is a very, very important process when it comes to overcoming anxiety and panic attacks. Guys, but please always remember that if you require help from another person, for example a therapist, it's perfectly fine to contact them, and it doesn't make you a weak person at all. It actually shows that you're quite strong because you're deciding to become the best version of yourself, and you're not able to do that by yourself at the moment. So there's nothing wrong with contacting a therapist. So go out there, become the best version of yourself, and show yourself that you can do it. Thanks for watching.